For my chosen autography, I decided to read Good Talk by Mira Jacob, a first-generation American Indian writer. The memoir begins with Mira's mixed-race son asking questions about his skin color. As Mira tries her best to responsibly and honestly answer her son's questions, Mira recalls her own experiences with racial identity at various stages of her life, as well as during moments of significance in recent U.S. history. This including 9/11, Ferguson, Obama's election, and then the rise and election of Trump. The tone slowly becomes more and more restless as these moments of racism pile up, coming to a real head with the Trump era exposing America's disturbing reality. Self-described as a love letter to the art of conversation, Good Talk's content is predominantly in the form of dialogue. Here, Mira really explores what we say to each other and how those moments, big or small, can profoundly affect a person. And although the book certainly contains moments where conversations present solace, comfort, and understanding, so much of what is explored in this text is rather how we fail each other, especially when well-intentioned. The book is incredibly honest, vulnerable, and grounded in reality. Mira is unafraid to admit her own failings, fears, and anxieties when recontextualizing her life under the new light of being a mother who wants to protect her child. In Good Talk, the art style is used as a very deliberate tool in telling Mira's story. It features consistent and neat cutout characters placed in stock photo settings as a collage of memories being visually recontextualized to tell a larger overall story. The use of stock photos deliberately makes the setting a mere backdrop for the dialogue to take center stage. However, it also serves a great reminder that this story is very much set in reality, absent of any fictionalization or dramatization. On occasion, Mira even includes real-life photos of her family members as pieces of context that further emphasize that the story is her home and life. The characters themselves are perhaps the most distinct visual element for their static nature and repetition. For one, there is very little to no variation in the characters' appearances or body language during and between scenes. Therefore, when a variation occurs, it's a very clear indication that something has changed. Generally, it's as simple as depicting a different time period, but later in Mira's life, these variations often clue into Mira's state of mind. Additionally, the characters are always positioned straight on, looking directly at the reader. This body language greatly contributes to a consistent feel that we are an equal body in the conversation, able to understand the nuance and weight that occurs in its unfolding dialogue. Interestingly, background characters take full advantage of this static nature. Instead of portraying a specific person, these characters embody different types of people Mira has experienced, especially in the context of commenting on her racial identity. Throughout the graphic novel, the characters are heavily repeated like props in the scene. When we see these characters, it gives great clues into Mira's state of mind as they represent how the world sees her as well as how the world is making her feel. With such a distinct and consistent style, the few moments that break from the pattern feel very special. Such scenes includes a speech from Obama during his run for presidency, tranquil clarity in a moment of connection with her father, as well as a beautiful letter to her son at the conclusion of the book. Ultimately, I really enjoyed this book. Mira is a really skilled writer in telling a story that jumps through time while simultaneously being so tied to the period it was published in 2019. It's one of those texts that really has the ability to sit with you and grow with time.